The tires hummed against the asphalt as I drove alone on the desolate stretch of highway known as Hollows Road. The night was ink black, the kind that seemed to swallow any trace of light. The only companion in my solitude was the rhythmic beat of the rain against the windshield. It was the kind of rain that doesn't pour but drizzles persistently, creating a disconcerting melody that echoed in the hollows of the night. I had heard the whispers, the tales that lingered in the small towns surrounding Hollows Road. Legends of an evil spirit that prowled the darkness, a malevolence that defied explanation. The locals spoke in hushed tones, warning of the highway's curse. But, like many before me, I dismissed it as mere superstition. A part of me chuckled at the idea of a haunted highway, thinking it nothing more than a bedtime story for those who thrived on fear. As I drove deeper into the night, the road stretched out like a ribbon of obsidian, disappearing into the unknown. My headlights carved through the darkness, revealing the trees that lined the highway like sentinels of the night. The rain intensified, creating a distorted dreamscape that danced on the edge of my vision. My phone, perched on the passenger seat, remained eerily silent. No incoming calls or messages, just the soft glow of the screen casting an otherworldly pallor over the car's interior. The GPS, my only guide on this desolate journey, insisted that Hollows Road was the quickest route to my destination. My instincts screamed at me to turn back, to find an alternative route, but the allure of saving time prevailed over caution. The first unsettling sign appeared when the radio, initially a source of distraction, began to betray me. The familiar tunes gave way to an eerie static, an unrelenting hiss that seemed to claw its way into the car. I furrowed my brow, reaching for the dial to change the station, but the static morphed into a haunting melody, a tune that felt like an unseen hand coiling around my heart. The melody wormed its way into the fabric of the night, weaving through the sound of raindrops and tire hum. It was both beautiful and unsettling, a siren song that echoed with a mournful lament. As I drove, the melody became a constant companion, a spectral symphony that resonated in the hollows of my mind. The rain-slicked road seemed to stretch into eternity, the trees bending and swaying in the wind as though whispering secrets to each other. The atmosphere inside the car grew heavy, a tangible weight that pressed against my chest. I glanced at the rearview mirror, half expecting to see something lurking in the shadows, but there was nothing. Then, the unthinkable happened. The headlights flickered, casting the world into momentary darkness. Panic seized me as I gripped the steering wheel, my heart pounding in my ears. The car coasted to a stop, nestled in the oppressive blackness of Hollows Road. The rain, now a torrential downpour, drummed against the roof, a chaotic cacophony that drowned out the haunting melody. I fumbled with the ignition, desperately trying to breathe a life back into the car. With a reluctant sputter, the engine roared to life, and I felt a surge of relief. But the melody persisted, now accompanied by a chorus of indistinct whispers that seemed to emanate from the very fabric of the night. My gaze darted to the trees, and for a moment, I thought I saw shadows moving between the trunks, contorted and elongated shapes that defied the laws of nature. A cold wind swept through the forest, causing the trees to creak and moan as though in pain. The air inside the car grew colder, carrying with it an otherworldly chill that penetrated to my bones. The malevolent spirit had awakened. I peered into the darkness beyond the car, my breath catching in my throat. A figure emerged, a twisted silhouette that glided towards me with an unnatural grace. Its eyes, hollow voids that seemed to absorb any trace of light, fixated on me with a hunger that sent shivers down my spine. The whispers intensified, a cacophony of voices that seemed to mock and taunt. I reached for my phone, my trembling fingers struggling to dial for help. The call connected, but the voice on the other end was distorted, a distorted chorus of ghostly whispers that sent a chill down my spine. I threw the phone aside, realizing that escape was impossible. The spirit drew closer, its malevolence seeping into my very soul. Paralyzed with fear, I slammed my foot on the gas pedal, the engine roaring to life. The car lurched forward, tearing through the suffocating darkness. The spirit, momentarily thwarted, let out a blood-curdling wail that echoed through the night. The road stretched on endlessly, a labyrinthine maze designed to ensnare those who dared tread upon it. My heart pounded in my chest as I sped through the oppressive blackness, the haunting melody fading into the distance. The malevolent spirit denied its prey, retreated into the shadows, its vengeful whispers lingering in the air. Finally, I saw a sign indicating the exit from Hollows Road. The moment my tires left the cursed asphalt, the air lightened and the oppressive darkness lifted. I drove away from the haunted highway, leaving the malevolent spirit and its cursed melody behind. As dawn broke on the horizon, casting a warm glow over the landscape, I found myself on a familiar road far from the clutches of Hollows Road. The events of the night felt like a fever dream, a harrowing experience that left me shaken to the core. I became a cautionary tale, a warning whispered among the locals about the perils of Hollows Road. The malevolent spirit continued its ceaseless vigil, waiting for the next unsuspecting traveler to cross its path and become entangled in the dark tapestry of its curse. And so, the legend of Hollows Road lived on, a macabre tale of a highway that harbored a malevolence that defied the realm of the living.